to the Daily's briefing, which is embargoed till 10:30, and just a reminder, no social media posting during the daily broadcast part of the press conference. Gary, do you want to get us started?
Yes,
Thank you.
Very much for your time, Jose.
Thank you.
Obviously, Ben Davies, quite a bad injury. That's a blow.
Yeah, that's a blow, especially for a boy that was feeling my trust. To be chosen to start my first game is always something that the players obviously enjoy. He was playing well. He was adapted to our way of play. It would be good to have him as an option, but it's not possible. So sad news for him. But he will be back, and we will survive without him. And I trust the other people that can play in the same position, like Danny did in the last match, and we still have other players that can do it. And in the top of that, I couldn't be in the game, but I watched on video our youth team playing in the Champions League, and we have also okay, he's 17, but he's a kid with a lot of quality, and I also look forward to bring him to train with us and to try to help his development.
So I think you've answered my follow-up question. You don't think there's any need to concentrate on that area in January based on what you just said?
No, we have a good squad, and I think we have options. Danny Rose is the natural left back. Jan Vertonghen can do it. He did already for the club. He did already for the national team. In the extra emergency, I think even Aurier could give us a hand playing there, and then we have options to the right back. So the squads are to answer to injuries. So we are fine.
It's been a good first 10 days in charge.
Very good. Obviously, the results are important, and it's always nice to start and to win. We needed these 2 wins. We needed the points in the Premier League. We needed to kill the situation in the Champions League. Is very important for us. But independent of the results, is also very, very important. My feelings, and day after day, my feelings are better. It's not like you arrive and you have a nice impact, and then you realize that it's not as beautiful as you thought. Yes, is really, really good. I'm very, very happy with what the club is giving me.
Notice listening to you, is the voice struggling a little bit?
Always in pre-season. When I am on a holiday for about 1-2 months without the high volume voice all the time, when I go to pre-season, always happen to me. And this is my pre-season. And I had a long holiday. It was not the normal holiday of a month. It was a holiday of 11 months. So now I'm struggling a little bit, but next week, I gave my voice enough training, and next week I'll be fine.
You won the first 4 games in charge, Chelsea the first time around, Porto, Manchester United. It would be nice with Bournemouth, and then the big one on Wednesday to equal that record.
It would be nice, but every match is difficult, and that's not about my records. It's about our objectives. And we need points in the Premier League. We were too far. We were 12 points behind Champions League. We were, I think, 6 or something like that. Even from the top 6, we need points. And Bournemouth is a very good team. Eddie Howe doesn't need my words. His work is there. Everybody knows what he's doing in that club for many, many years. A very difficult opponent, not afraid to play with the theoretically stronger teams, can get a good result against a top team, home or away. The team has a very good model of play, very defined, good tactical culture. They can change system. In fact, you never know the way they are going to to play. So a very difficult match, but I think the boys a good feeling. For the first time we had 3 days in between matches because we had 2 and 2, but now finally we have these 3 days to recover and to work. Second match at home, I think our people in our stadium they had a mixed feeling on Tuesday, but they hand with a positive feeling. They know the team is there to play, the team is there to make them enjoy, and the team is there to fight for them. So we have to be strong, and we have to give Bournemouth a hard game to beat them. There is no other chance to beat Bournemouth if you don't play very, very well.
Can I ask you about a couple of teenagers, Jose? First of all, Max Taylor made his senior debut last night. He's spoken warmly in an article recently about the care you showed him with his health problems.
It was not me, it was everybody at the club. It was a big shock for us at the time. Very sweet kid, fantastic young professional. And when we had news, everybody was in shock. But I think the first one to motivate everyone at United was him. I think he was the one that motivated all of us. Lots of people, including myself, with trying to hide tears when he knew it. He was the one that motivated everybody. He was the one that was feeling strong. He was the one that was ready for this fight. So that's amazing news for the club and for all of us connected with him. But you know, he won the biggest match of his career. So everybody's happy, and is an amazing story, and maybe an inspiration for other young people that will find a similar situation. So absolutely beautiful, and the fact that Ole and the staff and the club they made him arrive into this beautiful situation, a part of obviously the medical situation, but the sports situation of that they offer him, or they deserve to earn that opportunity, is amazing story.
Great, yeah, lovely story. And another teenager, Callum Hines. Chance for him to meet the players at any stage tomorrow, do you think, when he's back on the match line?
Yeah, he comes for dinner for lunch, for a pre-match meal with the boys. Happy days for the kids, and hopefully we made him with amazing memories for the rest of his life. So beautiful for him.
Can I just ask you finally from me, obviously news down the road, you're now the longest serving head coach in North London. Can I get your reaction to Unai Emery's sacking?
It's always sad news. I felt it as a kid when my dad was sacked as a manager. I felt myself when I've been sacked previously. There is not one single manager that is sacked that I'm happy with. I always feel the deja vu situation. So I'm sad for it, but that's life. And Unai is a fantastic coach. Not happy at Arsenal, obviously, but a fantastic coach with a proven record. A little bit of a rest. Another big club will come for him, and his career will be back on track. So, no dramas, mi amigo. Keep going, and you will get another club.
Do you mind me just off the back of that saying if this had happened a fortnight ago, is it the kind of job that you might have been interested in?
There is no point to tell it. Didn't happen. Happened now. And I'm so happy here that I couldn't even think about the possibility to go to another place. You can put now in front of me any club in the world, I would not move.
Okay, goes to George over here.
Jose, are you surprised that Unai's lasted such a short space of time at Arsenal down the road?
1.5 seasons, right? I cannot comment on it. I'm not inside. I don't know the feelings. I don't know if Unai was even himself happy to leave. I don't know. I just can't know. I just can say that I'm always disappointed when the manager goes. Even when I was waiting for a job, even when I need somebody to get sacked for me to be eventually a possibility, is not something that I enjoy. In football and in life, when I hear about factories closing or people making redundant or this kind of story, I'm never happy.
Can I ask you about Eric Dyer? How has he responded to being sucked in the first half in training this week? What position do you see him playing, centre midfield or centre back for you?
Both. It can be both. He's a good player, intelligent guy. Loves Tottenham. We love him. And as I was saying, it's a decision for the team. Was a decision for the team needs at that time. And he is one of the guys that understands easily that meaning. Because for him, the team is everything. You find sometimes in football some players where they are more important than the team. It's about them. And then when they remember that there is a team. Eric is not that. Eric is everything is about team. So he understood and is ready for tomorrow.
And you mentioned Eddie Howe. He said it was great that you was back in the Premier League. He called you an unbelievable manager last week. Do you think he's ready to make a step up to a bigger club than Bournemouth?
First of all, I thank for his words, and secondly, I think obviously yes. Is what he did. Come to Bournemouth, to the Premier League. Lots of people, probably including myself, we would think that the club would struggle to stay in the division 1 year, 2, 3. It's not just about staying. It's about staying and staying in a solid way and playing good football and competing against the top teams. So Eddie now is not just a manager that occasionally coached in the Premier League. He is a Premier League manager by his own right. So with all the respect to Bournemouth, fantastic club that is also a Premier League club by own right. I think one day Eddie has to go and to go for better.
Jose, Dele Alli, speaking to fans, many have spoken about him and a revival already, just 2 games under you. Is that too early to be talking about him having a revival, but have you been impressed with what you've seen so far?
I think we have to speak with him because it was not me, it was him. I don't play, I don't fight, I don't run. He's doing everything by himself. We just try to give him the right conditions for him to feel well to do that. I have to say, two fantastic performances. He will not be the man of the match every game. He will have some matches where he will not play as well as he did in these 2, but he has to keep a certain base, a certain platform of performance where he's never going below that. So let's put that as a base, and that's the objective. Fantastic player, young, with all the conditions to develop. So I think he bright future, and we just want to help him to reach these levels and to maintain these levels.
Is he one of the players that you identified as getting more out of him? Like from watching Spurs in the lead up to taking the job, was he someone you thought you could get the best back out of him again?
No, it's not just me. I think also you and everybody in the room. We saw Dele conquering the Premier League, arriving from MK Dons and immediately performing and not just for the club, also for the national team. He had immediately a big impact, and we all know that in the past months was not him. Why? Is not for me to say. Probably a mixture of different factors, including a couple of small injuries, but always disturbed. We know that we need to take care of him. We know that there is still, by the physical point of view, some fragility that can in any moment arrive, but we need to take care of him because he's such an important player for us.
Final one from me. Just this time of year, we've already spoken to you about Emery departing. There's Pellegrini, Kike Sanchez-Flores, who's been under pressure. Also Hasenhüttl at Southampton. Do you think that every week at the moment we could potentially be asking you about another manager? And what's your thoughts on that?
Hope not. And I think you have so many great things to speak about that I don't think we need to speak about eventual people in trouble. We never know when people is in trouble, you know. So I think we should let everybody work until the last day. Everybody to be calm and to give their best until the last day. There is always a last day for everybody. When the last day arrives, then I think it's time to speak about, analyze the situation and speak about possible replacements. But people is in the job. I believe that Marco, the ones that you are mentioning, Pellegrini, I believe that they can win tomorrow, and they can change the perception of things. And it's also magnificent when you see, for example, Brighton giving an incredible contract to the manager and showing in November an incredible trust. This is the guy for the future. We give him X years of contract. That is also the other part of the job. He knows that he's going to be in that club for many years. He can work in this direction. So that's also good news. We know that football is very hard for us, but we also have these great examples of clubs and people with great conditions to work.
Okay, we move to Dan over here.
Jose, you said you felt like the supporters had mixed feelings on Tuesday night. Are you talking about the performance, or did you detect mixed feelings towards yourself?
I'm nobody. About the result, they were there not because of me. They go there even if the manager is, they don't even know the name of the manager. They go there for that club. They are Tottenham supporters from probably the day they were born. It's not about me, it's not about Mauricio, it's not the one that one day will come after me. It's about that club. Mixed feelings of going there and see the team start really bad and be in a very difficult position. Probably they were already thinking, wow, we have to go to Munich and win in Munich in the last day. And then, of course, the positive feelings of such a strong second half. And I think then they were upset when the game finished, because 10 more minutes, I think, would be 5 or 6.
But given your history, do you think it could take a bit of time for the Spurs fans to feel the love for you?
Again, I'm not important. Is the club, is their club, and the feeling towards me is not important. The only important thing in relation to me is that they know that I give everything I have for this club, and it's the only club that matters for me. It's not my past, it's my present and my future.
Okay, move to Ali.
Jose, earlier when you were speaking about left backs, unless I missed it, I don't think you mentioned Ryan Sessegnon. Do you see him as more of an attacking player going forward?
In this moment, yes. In this moment, yes. I think Ryan is absolutely fantastic. I know him since a kid in Fulham. I think when he come to first team, especially to Premier League, in the Championship, different. But in the Premier League, I think in this moment he's a winger, left winger, can play also on the right, can learn progressively and even developing physically, which he's doing. Because the last time I met him and the first time I met him when I came here, he's already different physical. I think Ryan can obviously play as a left back. Probably the best left back in the last decade was probably Ashley Cole, in spite of he was from two enemy clubs. But he was fantastic. And Ryan has lots of similarities with Ashley, and he can learn how to defend. So yes, I think in the future he can be, but I think in this moment he's not ready to play as a left back.
I'll just ask you, the two other summer signings, Tongi Ondembele and Giovanni Lo Celso, before your arrival, they were starting matches. Obviously, your first two, they haven't really featured. Have they got to earn your trust?
Not my trust. I think it's not about my trust because they are good players and I know them very, very well. It's not like I didn't know them. I know the qualities they have. I know why the club bought. I know what the club saw in them. So I think good buys. Good decisions. And of course they will play with me. I always think that people that comes from abroad, from different leagues, sometimes they need a little bit of time to adapt to the Premier League, but great potential and more than happy to have them.
Okay, thank you. We're going to take one each now. One from Stanley at the back and finish with Charlie. Just one each. Stanley, please, first at the back.
Joseph, what have you made of Serge Aurier, the few games that has played under you? Obviously, he plays in a position which has been inconsistent. He has been inconsistent in how he played, but what have you made of him? And in addition, Victor Wanyama as well. He has been living in some kind of a limbo. Every transfer season we hear he's going, but he ends up staying. Where exactly does he fit in your plans?
Serge, I think he has to be very offensive. That's his nature as a player. That's the best qualities he has. So I think he must have the freedom that I'm giving him to go forward because he's where he can hurt opponents. He's where he can break the balance of the defensive teams, and I think he has conditions to evolution. Victor, I know how good Victor is. He is not playing lately. Of course, when you don't play regularly, you lose a little bit of that match condition. He's fit, he's fine. He has no physical problems at all. He's good. But one thing is to be fit, and another thing is much fitness, much intensity, much pace. He needs to play. And in this moment, in this phase, me just arriving and trying to organize the team and trying to get immediately a few good results is difficult to bring to the team a player in this situation. So in the ideal situation was for him to play, and then when he play, I think he will be back to what Victor is, and Victor is a very good player.
Okay, last one from Charlie, then we'll move to the daily papers. Charlie.
Just wondered, Jose, if there have been any players that have surprised you getting to see them up close over your first week in charge?
No, I always told, sometimes people can say, oh, he's not Tottenham coach and he's speaking very well about them. How many years I speak well about Tottenham and the players that I like. I like the squad, I like the players, and I know them. I am in the Premier League now, I don't know, 6 or 7 years in a row. So I know them all very, very well. I'm learning now the younger ones, the ones that I didn't know very, very well. The Parrots, the Skip, Tanganga, the ones that didn't play much in the Premier League are the ones that I'm trying to learn, as well as the kids that are in youth football.
Okay, guys, so if the camera's off now, please, you'll bring the daily paper guys forward.